Welcome to Dear Diary, the self-love podcast. This is your place to dive deep into personal development and self-love inspiration, connecting you to your intuition, your body, and your higher self, while unlocking and activating your confidence and inner power, inspiring you to show up and choose you over everything that gets thrown in your way, instead of listening to the limiting beliefs running around inside of your head. We will explore a variety of topics from conquering fear, letting go of doubt, self-awareness, mom guilt, trusting your intuition, along with a ton of self-care tools that I'll be sharing along the way. With solo sessions and a magnetic guest list of remarkable souls, this is my platform to empower others while using my voice to share my self-love, growth, and healing journey. I hope that this podcast serves you well and you get as much value from it as I do sharing it. So here we go. She remembered who she was, and the game changed. I remember hearing that quote so long ago, and I remember it landed in my soul, and I was like, whoa, that's powerful, right? It's just a simple quote, but that it felt to me like it held so much power behind it. And I'm pretty sure I wrote it on every sticky note I had and in my phone and in my notes, and I posted it and I put it on my Instagram, and I was just like, she remembered who she was and the game changed. The game being life, right? That's all this is one big game that we're playing, right? And the remembering of who she is. That to me was so foreign. I know who I am, right? I know who I am. I know why I'm here. I always felt really confident. But that was a fake it till you make it type of confidence. So it wasn't real. It didn't feel alive inside of me. And as of recently, I'm feeling that quote come to the surface more and more. And I'm in a season of remembering who I am, remembering why I'm here, remembering what my purpose of being here is, and who I am, and why I'm here, and what I'm doing, and what's the purpose, and what is this all for, right? This self-love and growth and healing journey. It's a wild one, and there have been so many times where I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to throw in the towel. This is too much. I'm not seeing any tangible results. I'm planting all these seeds, and where the fuck is the fruit? Yeah, I'm good here. Thanks, but no thanks. And then quickly I'm reminded that you can't undo this stuff. You can't unknow what you've learned, and you can't really go back. Once you've started on this journey, there's no going back from it. You never fully and truly go back to who you were before. You know too much. You've gone too far. You know too much. There's no turning back now. So I'm currently in a season of stillness. I would even go as far as to say it feels like I'm in the void. And or perhaps a better way of describing this with a visual is I've fallen down this Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. And for those of you who have seen the movie, it's I'm just spiraling with my dress, and I'm grasping at things, and I'm noticing all of the end table with the lamp float by me, and just different things, different visuals, just they were within reach, but they just float on by me, and I'm just going down and down and down and down and down and down. And that's where I've been. And in that process, it feels like I talked about it a little bit on the episode with Lindsay Reuter, my coach. She helped me begin the process of remembering who I am and why I'm here. And it really feels like coming back home to me. And I'm sort of filtering out as I'm going down this hole. I'm filtering out the things that I thought were important that aren't. I'm filtering out the ways in which I wanted things to be, and I'm realizing that those ways no longer matter. I'm filtering out the vision that I have for myself and the way I wanted it to look and feel, and I'm sort of like I'm holding that vision, but I'm trusting in the process, and I'm letting go of all expectations of what it will look like and how I will get there. And in that, I'm finding myself again. And as I'm doing this, the tools that I've pulled out of my tool belt are a lot of daily routines, daily rituals, if you will. I mean, they're not even routines anymore. They have become rituals. They have become like my lifeline, like getting up early, coming into my little Zen corner and breathing and meditating and journaling and dancing and listening to music and just being still and getting quiet and listening to the whispers inside of my soul, listening to my inner voice and my inner knowing. And in that process, I'm finding such profound wisdom that I didn't even know was inside of me. I have shed so many beliefs and so many layers of me within the last couple of weeks that I literally feel like a different person every single day. I mean, it's wild. It's literally wild. And I'm not here on this episode to like talk about me and like this is what I'm doing and this is how it is and then me. I get that some of you are listening and like, okay, well, how am I going to apply this in my life? And what I'm here to tell you is that when you are going through your day-to-day routine, right? Like you're just going through the motions, because I keep saying this and it's so important and I hope it lands inside of one person or all of you. When you're going through those motions, when you're just doing the things just to do the things, right? And I'm speaking to those of you who always post the really like sarcastic memes about really how terrible your life is. But like if you make a joke about it, then it doesn't seem so bad and you can like chuckle about it. Like I'm speaking to you because that was me. So if you're listening to this and if you follow me and if you see me, there is a part of me in you and vice versa. Like if you see me, you get it. It's because it's in you too. That goes that goes for the sarcastic like disassociated meme where you're like literally trashing your life in it, but you can laugh, so it's fine. And that also goes for the things that you see in me that like light you up and activate you and inspire you. Those same things are in you too. You just have to remember them. You have forgotten because you're so busy living your life on autopilot, being distracted from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, that you forget. You have completely forgotten who you are because you're so on autopilot. You're so used to wearing all the hats and doing all the things and going through the motions and making the commitments and being busy and feeling like you have to be really productive in order to be successful, thriving, happy, inspired, whatever, insert whatever your thing is, right? The doing society that we've been conditioned to like, you have to do this in order to be that. What if you turn that around and made it sound more along the lines of you get to be this and then that will happen. And the doing is actually the remembering, the getting quiet, the learning how to love yourself more unconditionally. Because I got news for you. You are the only person in this entire world that will ever be able to show love to yourself the way you truly want it, the way you truly deserve it. And the second that you stop looking for love from external sources, the better everything gets. the more peace you are able to find. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. In order to do all of this and like love yourself unconditionally and remember who you are and stop living a life on autopilot and really just feel better about what you're doing and why you're here, there's a key factor in this process. And don't shoot the messenger, but that key piece, that code to unlocking all of the things is feeling your feelings. I know I lost a couple of you there after I said that, but it's true. Feeling your feelings is like the secret sauce. And feeling them without judgment, with compassion, just like allowing them to be there without having to dissociate them or numb them out or get distracted by them. I was watching a movie the other day. I don't even remember what it was. And she was like, I need to go to this concert and I need to get high and I need to be with my friends because I just don't want to feel how I feel. I just don't want to feel anymore. I don't want to feel this way anymore. And I was like, oof, I heard that. I felt that. But you know what? Everything changed for me when I started becoming friends with my feelings. Everything changed for me. And now here we are months into this process. I would even venture to say like a year or two into this process. I feel things on such a deeper level, like all the things, good things and bad things, on such a deeper level, but I also move through them so much faster and with so much more wisdom behind these things that I'm feeling. These feelings, these emotions that are coming up in me, they are helping me remember who I am. And the only way to truly feel them, like intentionally feel my feelings and work through these feelings, is to get quiet, is to get still, is to literally like sit in my shit sometimes. As uncomfortable and like terrifying it may feel. But it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. And then I move through things faster and faster and faster. It's literally life-changing. Like the whole point of me having this podcast and sharing these things with you is that I wanted to be able to come on here and literally just like speak from my heart and my soul and share my experiences with you. And this episode is a big one. And I hope with every ounce of being inside of my body that you, yes, you can remember who the fuck you are because you're amazing. You are magnetic. You are worthy. You are inspiring. You are effortless. You are enough. You are powerful. You are abundant. You are free. You are open. You are aligned. You are compassionate. You are satisfied and fulfilled. Deep, deep, deep down underneath all of the layers of things that you get to shed. To come back to yourself, to get back to your core, to come back home to who you really are. Unbecoming everything you've ever known. Trusting the process. Oh, trusting the process. Because, like I said before, there are days where you just want to burn it all down and, like, that's enough. I want to forget I knew about any of this, but you can't, and you really don't want to. And it's a process that literally, like, you can't half-ass it. You gotta be all in. You gotta be all in. I did a course called, Coming Back Home, and I'm gonna post the link for it in the show notes. It's 22 bucks. It's gonna be the best $22 you've ever spent in your entire life, I can promise you that. So I urge you to check that out. And it does come with upgraded versions where you can do one-on-one coaching calls with me. So if something comes up for you while you watch this self-paced course, it's 6 modules, 6 videos, like an hour and a half total if you binged it of your time. And it comes with a ton of journal prompts for you to get curious about. But if anything were to come up, I do have opportunities for you to reach out and work with me one-on-one so we can work through them. But in that course, I literally talk about the process of, like, how I found myself and how I got started on this journey. And it's something that's never left me. Like, I continue to decide that I wanna be on this journey every single day as I share my experiences, as I walk into the unknown, as I'm literally falling through the void, burning things down along the way, looking at the world that is around me that is literally changing every single day, and I'm just blown away by how far I've come, how much further I have to go still, because we're never done. We are never done. This is a forever process. There's so many layers of us. But each layer and each step and each season, I'm remembering deeper and deeper and more clearly who I am and why I'm here and why I even started this podcast in the first place. Like, I wanna be a household name. I'm gonna let you know a secret here. Like, I wanna be filthy rich by helping the lives of women like you remember who they are. Like, this episode is why I'm here, and I'm sharing my experience with you in real time because there's something powerful about that. Like, I'm only steps ahead of you. You are literally, like, right behind me, if not right alongside of me. And this feeling, this deep, deep knowing of who you are and why you're here and, like, what your purpose is, it's it's just there, but it's underneath some muck. Oh my gosh. Finding yourself, finding your power, finding out who you truly are. And you don't have to have this big, grand vision of changing the world and inspiring women to change their lives and becoming a household name. Like, that's my dream. I'm literally looking at my vision board right now, and it's so big and it's so wealthy and it's so expansive. And I used to have so much judgment about, well, you're not getting any younger and you should have already been there by now. And you're not going to get there by doing X, Y, and Z. And everybody and their mother is going to judge you for how long it took you to get there and how you got there and why you even wanted to get there in the first place and, like, all of this stuff. And now I look at this board and I'm like, it's already coming. It's already here. I'm already doing everything that I need to do. There's no more doing that needs to happen. Now I get to sit back. I get to rest and feel grounded in this energy that I've created, in this intentional way that I've cultivated my life and my habits and my routines. And I get to just be me. Like, how effortless and easy does that feel? And some days it doesn't. Some days that old me comes back, that, like, conditioning comes back, and it's like, "Well, we're not gonna get anywhere by just fucking sitting here." Right? Like, yeah, okay, go ahead and meditate and journal again, but, like, that's not gonna make you money. Yeah, but guess what? It is. Like, it's happening, right? So it's like the theory for me was less is more, and that didn't make any sense. Less is more, but it's true. The more that you can hold and trust the knowing that you are doing exactly enough, the more you can remember who you are deep, deep, deep down inside and let go of everything that's not a match to that, the more you can get comfortable with slowing down and being still and just trusting your inner wisdom. That's when you start a personal healing revolution for yourself. That's when you open yourself up to receive the abundance of everything that you desire. That's when you start to experience more effortless and easy and fulfilling experiences and relationships and connections. Setting down the habits and the stories and the thought patterns and the distractions and just coming back home to yourself. It just gets juicier and juicier the more that you experience that. Not letting the mind lead you, but letting the body lead, and the mind will follow. It's such a beautiful process. And I hope you remember who you are and allow yourself to experience this journey. The process of practicing the story of who you truly are and not who you thought you needed to be or you thought you always were. I say this in my course coming back home. The whole thing that got me started on this journey was I kept saying to myself, it's got to be better than this. It has got to be better than this. This is not okay. I do not want to live my life like this. I do not want to feel like this. This is not where I want to be. This is not who I want to be. It has got to be better than this. It is better than that. You just have to make the decision to remember who you are. Go inward, come back home, find yourself, find your power, listen to the whispers of your soul, meet all of those feelings and that resistance with compassion. Trust in the process and just allow yourself to feel your way through this journey, unbecoming everything you've ever known, going all in on you, because it all starts with you, it ends with you, not everyone else around you, not all your external circumstances, not all the obligations that you've signed up for, not all the plates that you have spinning in the air. Come back home to you. Remember you. Okay. I love you. Thank you for listening. And I hope that these words like landed inside of your soul. And if they did, take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and listen to this. I release freely what no longer serves me. I am embracing the unknown and welcoming change. I am expanding into my unlimited potential. I clear this space, this body, and this mind of any intentions that are not aligned with my highest good. I fill my heart with love and light. I remember who I am. I remember why I'm here. And I remember how powerful I am. And so it is. And that is it for today's episode. I hope that these words activated and inspired something inside of you. And if they did, please share this episode with a friend or on your social media, and feel free to tag me so that I can say thank you. The more people who hear these words along their path, the more we can help inspire and heal the world. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Sending love and light until next time. I'll see you soon.